I'm leaving after touching you. For the next period of time, take care of yourself. I'll find your husband and let him show up to show the domineering of the king of snakes. Bye-bye. I'll come back in a while. I'll come to see you again after I find your husband. I'll let you and your husband appear on TV together to show the real northern king cobra's domineering and good looks. Bye, I'm leaving. See you next time. Let's go. I have to leave gently. After leaving the nest, actually leave their nest in April to May every year. After leaving the nest, they will adapt to their surroundings. They won't return to their main nest every day. If it often returns to the main nest, it means there is plenty of food there. Otherwise, after they spread out, their range of activities is very wide. Then they go out to move around. They will adapt to their surroundings and look for food, hunting. Then, when it comes to hibernation, they will return to the main nest. If it's said that this location, at that time, the wild king, where it temporarily resided, it's very beautiful. You can take a look. There are many holes there, and these holes are very deep and connected to the cave. It's a pity that, it's just that I've been separated from that snake for 2 years. I never looked for him again, but I think if it still exists, there is still a chance. I think there's still a chance to meet him again. Let's go on. At this position, we have found the traces of the king cobra. Look at this mud, it's relatively thin. The weight of the king cobra is big and long. After they slithered through, the mud surface is polished translucent. It shows that this snake is active in this area. Wow, there are so many beautiful traces. There are also traces here. Look at this. The position is the main hole is in that position. Main hole here are empty from these positions, but the traces are a bit old. For example, if it comes here less often. It's so beautiful. This terrain. This snake is actually still active. There are still fresh traces here. That means it was here about a week ago. It has been here. This was just scratched recently. The traces is very clear. Fourthly, this is... Look at this amazing terrain. No wonder there are many king cobras here. Now, I have found the hole of the king cobra. For many non-professionals, they can't find any clues. But for a professional like me, I have found the snake's path. From this position, it goes straight in from here. And at this position, the traces of abdominal friction are still obvious. But this is definitely not the main road. Because judging from the traces, it hasn't been walked for about 10 days. There must be another path around, 100%. Let's continue to track it. I found another target here. Look here. This is definitely a king snake's grass. Don't worry, let me observe the surroundings first. Let's take a look at the structure of this groove. This is also an old nest. There's a hole here. This nest may be a long time. Look at the shell. Look at the shell. Is it last year's? It's strange. The eggs are gone. This is not a good thing, brothers. The eggs are gone. This is a bit puzzling. It's possible that this female snake has built a nest and is ready to lay eggs here. She suddenly became infertile because we just saw a hole and went in and out. It didn't cover the hole, which means she has built a nest and is ready to lay eggs. It suddenly became infertile. And there are no signs of human damage. Before laying eggs, if possible, run over by or something else. It's a pity. We tracked a little bit, but it was cut off. This is basically from last year. This female snake is basically gone. This location is about 1 kilometer away from where we found. About 1 kilometer away. Oh. We had already tracked down the clues, but now it's broken again. There's no way. We have to keep searching. So, finding a king snake is not an easy task. Let's go. The location. It looks like a nest that has been abandoned after performance. It looks like. I don't know if it is. Let's take a look. Let me press it first. It should be. Let's take a look. Wow, look at the accumulation of leaves. It looks like a king cobra's nest. Wow, that's right. Yes. If you see this trace, it is particularly obvious. King cobra builds nests. There is usually a hole in the middle. This is where they coil their bodies to lay eggs. Wow, there are eggs. This egg is even older. This one, if possible. Let me take a look. Wow, so many eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13. Many of them have rotted. Many of them are rotten. I don't know. This one, at least 2 years old. This female is not big. It's probably a young cobra that has just matured sexually. First or second time laying eggs. The distance from where we found the first nest is 600 or 700 meters on such a small hill. We found 2 king cobra nests, and the distance between them is 600 or 700 meters. It's not laid by one king cobra. If a king cobra lays eggs, the first nest and the second nest will not be more than 20 meters apart. Normally, it's between 5 to 10 meters. Well, cover it up. Don't let anyone find any clues. Let's continue to look and track down its whereabouts. Now we have found so many footprints. We are likely to find it. This year's king cobra building a nest, or the king cobra is guarding the nest. Go alone. Uh-huh. When we flew over with the drone just now, there was a bamboo forest on it. There's a high chance of encountering the king cobra there, but it's a bit difficult to climb. There are many thorns. My hands were scratched by the thorns. We've been searching for the female snake's whereabouts for several days. Many people asked, why? Why do you insist on finding the trace of this female snake? Everyone trusts my experience. It means that this snake is definitely building a nest around here and protecting eggs. Generally speaking, the time for female snakes is about 2 months. During these 2 months, they won't leave the nest. So, it will basically guard the eggs in a certain location. So continue to search. I think there is still hope. Everyone trust my experience. We have to continue to search. Wow, the temperature is so nice. Finally found the target. Finally found the target. At this moment, I just want to say that all pursuits are meaningful. I've been searching here for 4 days. I finally found it protecting the eggs. It's very aggressive. When a common king snake sees it, it will stand up. Let's take a look. Let's get closer to it slowly. Will it run away? If it doesn't run away, it will be very, very tough. Its size is not particularly large. But it's definitely a large individual. It's a lonely female snake. Slowly approach it. Come on. Trust me, you can't do this at the moment. Move too much, or it will rush over. At this stage, female king snakes, they are very fierce, and with a lot of venom. Be careful. It's not close to me. Hey, hey, hey. Wow. Don't move. Don't move. It's still very dry. Wow. Don't get close. Back. For a while, is confronting me. He's seeing if I'll get closer to him, if I to run away when I approach. But thinking of the eggs in the nest, he stopped again. When we are staring at each other, now I can take a closer look to understand it. Wow. After all the efforts I've made, it's worth it at this moment. When playing with snakes, reflexes are very concentrated, especially the mother snake. See, I said a few words. It turns around. Look. It turns around again. Look at the photographer Xiaopeng and Master Kong. For this kind of snake, its defensive ability is extremely strong. It is worthy of being the king of snakes. So when many people see this king cobra, they will think it is a sub-adult. No, actually, it's not. Actually, I tell you that. It is a sexually mature adult snake, and it's a big female snake. It has at least reproduced 3 or 4 times. I tell you, many people don't know about the king cobra in China. Ice King is the only snake in the world that builds a nest. When they build nests, lay eggs, and protect during eggs the process of protecting for more than eggs, 2 months, which is a stage. They won't leave the nest for about 2 months without eating or drinking. Then they rely on rainwater to drink. They only drink water when it rains. So we can see that this king snake, it's all skin and bones, you know. So the king snake is a very contradictory snake. In terms of their own kind, they cannibalize each other. But when it comes to reproducing, they show maternal love, and show it so vividly. The third point is that king snakes actually, they have a tacit understanding. I don't know why. Or this population. Or in their genes. When male snakes compete for mating rights, they only stand tall and lower their bodies to see who can lower the opponent more. They won't bite each other. You can understand that. King cobra can't be immune to their own venom. For example, when they kill each other, when the venom is injected in large doses, they will also be poisoned. Or when they kill each other, they will be poisoned, because it has a high content of neurotoxins. For example, a male snake wants to kill another male snake. After biting the other male snake, it will inject venom. After injecting the male snake will start. When it is paralyzed by the neurotoxin, and paralyzed, it starts to swallow. They can't do that. That they are immune to the venom of many venomous snakes, including themselves. And even themselves. I need to slowly back away. But I want it to pose in a cooler position. Let me show you. Okay, guys. Today, let's stop here for now. Don't disturb it first. After all, this is a mother snake. Tomorrow we will come back to observe it again. Brothers, this is our 5th day to observe this king snake. Move over. This time, we must approach it slowly. It rushes over very fiercely. Look, it's showing off again. In this position, we need to be very careful. Lying next to the nest, ready to move over. How wild is it now? Let's get closer to see. Let's see. Is it running or attacking me now? Let me see. Slow down. Slowly. Defense begins. Okay. He's establishing his authority. Standing so high. I can't move now. If I move, he will definitely attack me. I feel that this guy, he has some trust in me. Because I've been observing him for a few days. I never touched it, but when it shows maternal love, is still vivid. It keeps observing me, and kept staring at me. Actually, when we just came over, we found that male snake. The male snake was just in front of that stone wall. That male snake weighs at least 10 or 8 catties. I have been observing king cobras for many years. Wild. I have known about king cobras for many years. I have noticed a problem over the years. Male snakes appear from time to time, and male cobras usually appear in the morning and at noon, they will be by the nest. Usually in the afternoon. They will leave. I've told you a real incident before. I had a friend tried to take the eggs of the king cobra. At that time, he approached the king cobra and drove the king cobra away. He protected the female snake, but a male snake rushed down from the tree. It came towards him, down from the tree. Fortunately, the angle of the snake's attack didn't bite him. Fortunately, he was lucky. He escaped. Since then, my brother was scared out of his wits. Touched snakes again. My brothers never touched snakes again. It's not a joke. Just kidding. But it's not 100%. Some have only one female snake to protect the eggs. Some even have two kings protecting eggs. 2 female snakes share a nest. You know, some of them. The male snakes are occasionally there. Sometimes the male snakes are on the tree. This is the conclusion I have drawn from my observations over the years. Okay, let's not disturb them. Let's come back to see them another day. Slow down as before. Slow down. Be very, very slow. Look, it's showing off. He's about to stand up quickly. Look, it's the same. If you dare to approach him, it will definitely rush towards you. Look, look, look. At this time, slow down your pace. You need to show that you won't hurt him. Let me tell you, the intelligence of king cobras is that of a child, so it's relatively smart. If it feels that you won't hurt it, he won't fight desperately or rush over quickly. Your movements must be small, with small amplitude. My snake's armor should be in front. If the guy rushes over in an instant, look, ready to jump. Okay.
Surrender,
Okay.
baby.
Surrender. Surrender. If you see him at this moment, you might even find it a little cute. You know, it's very beautiful, this guy. We can see the feeling of a king now. Come on, darling. Let's see its defensive ability. You see, it's always lying on top of this nest. Hey, it can't move.
You know.
I'm not even in his eyes. Okay. Sink. I can't tease or touch him now. Otherwise, there will be no chance to shoot. He won't gain trust. We can't get so close to do popular science. Explain. Hey, baby. When I looked him in the eyes, I didn't even see in his eyes. I didn't see any fierceness or terrifying. It seems that he regarded me as the father of King Snake. I just feel that way. It's so beautiful. It's very good. In fact, many are very curious. The king snake has such a high reproductive rate. Why their numbers are so small. Firstly, this snake is really contradictory. When they are protecting their eggs, when showing maternal love, they are very protective. When protecting their nests, it can be said that among all snakes, the best snake that shows maternal love. Secondly, I just mentioned an idea. That Wanqi is very smart. They guard their eggs for about 2 months, and then they feel that, when the baby snakes are about to hatch, they will leave the nest because they haven't eaten for 2 months. The hunger at this time will force them. Maybe if the baby snakes come out, they will eat the baby snake. So in order to prevent this from happening, they will leave the nest in advance. But why is the survival rate of this guy so low? Or why are there so few of them? The main reason is that this snake has a fierce personality. They fight with their own kind since they were young. And they don't avoid other snakes that eat snakes, and fight hard, so they are easily. Other snakes that eat snakes, such as the king cobra, the Chinese cobra, and the silver ring. King snake eats them in their infancy, so their survival rate is not high. You can understand. There is only one female snake in a litter. Survive. Maybe only 1 or 2 of them can survive. Only one can survive to the breeding stage. Then maybe only 1 or 2 of them can survive. Can it survive from birth to death? The second is the environment it lives in. In our local area, it mainly lives in bamboo forests and rocky mountains. The place we are looking for today is on the top of the 13th mountain. Tell me, if we hadn't tracked down the tracks, spending so much time looking for it. In such a large mountain, there is a king cobra protecting its nest, right? This is a yellow king cobra, so it's very handsome. Okay, bye. I don't know if I can touch it. Brothers, I'm not sure if I can touch it. Because after watching this time, touch it. Baby, let me touch it, okay? Seeing his determined eyes, I think it's okay. Let's touch it. We're leaving it. We're going to find the male snake. That male snake weighs at least 10 because I have seen his figure. It's nearby. It will take some time and a bit of luck, because the male snake won't stay here to guard the eggs every day. It's so fulfilling. This is the first time keeping such a close distance with a snake protecting eggs. To some extent, snakes really have spirituality. He thinks I won't hurt him. And from his eyes, I saw love in his eyes. He may know that he is going to be on TV, and he might know he was going to be on a documentary, and I won't hurt it, and protect him better. So until today, I haven't teased, because I'm afraid the female snake will run away. These snake eggs, and these snake eggs may be eaten by the little-headed snake, or even fail to hatch well. Beautiful. Very good. My baby. I'll leave after touching it. Take care of yourself for a while. I'll find your husband and let him show up to show the domineering of the king of all snakes. Bye-bye. I'll come to see you again in a while. Okay? After I find your husband. Let you and your husband appear on TV together to show the real northern king cobra's domineering. And good. Let's go. See you next time. Let's go. Okay, guys, we're leaving now. Wow, the temperature is so refreshing and comfortable. But I'm very happy. Looking at that female snake is still in that position, still there. But we need to find the male snake. That male snake, I saw it, probably weighing over 10 caddies and couldn't get close. The male snake is very vigilant. Basically, when I got close to the female snake, you can hear the sound of leaves rustling, away, but I saw the overall outline. I've always wanted to record a king snake protecting eggs. And before, because in the live broadcast, in the deep mountains, there was no signal at such a high altitude, I haven't been able to do it. This time, I finally found it. Although it took a lot of time and energy, including sweating every day, but I found and filmed the mother snake protecting eggs. This close up, similar to a stare, and even let me listen to its voice. The whole process was really perfect. Plus, through about 10 days of observation, I have drawn many conclusions. I hope all of this will accumulate into me and become my subsequent popular science and research on the king cobra. I imagine that king snakes, or all snakes, when they have different temperaments, all the behaviors they show are not uniform. For example, some you can't even get close to them, and they will leave soon. Some king snakes will directly rush towards you. Some king snakes will just lie on their nest and observe your every move, and observe whether you have any behavior to hurt it. Then, and make corresponding conditioned reflexes. These attacks, including some actions and so on. In a nutshell, this is a very good, including helping domestic scientific research. A very helpful video of literature record. It's a documentary. It's one step closer to the study of king snakes. This king snake makes me feel the greatness of maternal love. It just stayed on the nest and didn't move. You know, it lies on the nest and observes my every move. As long as I dare to violate too much, it will rush over. Beautiful, although sweating profusely. I persisted in it with great pleasure. At this moment, there is a word to describe it very. This trip is like a perfect baptism of the heart. In the next episode, let's find that male king cobra together. Bye-bye.
别动吧！
Cut through mountains and build bridges over water. We just climbed from the foot of the mountain top. Our goal is very clear. In the big king cobra, the male individual is likely to be nearby based on my knowledge of it. In fact, many times you think what we see is like in documentaries. For example, after the male king snake mates with the female king snake, the male snake will leave. Actually, I tell you many times, including the snakes living in different environments. And the personality of the snake, their behaviors are different. For example, last time I went to see this female snake guarding her nest, I found this male snake. That means there is sufficient food here. Then the female snake's activity range is relatively small. They are all active in this area. Of course, we also saw that here. There are many stone caves, which is very suitable for snakes to reproduce. Many snakes also have hiding places. So here, since there are many snakes with sufficient food, they don't need to travel far to find food. Let's go. Now you know why it's so hard to find the king snake. See its habit. It's full of vines, bamboo forests, and many stones. So sometimes it's a bit difficult to find the actor's live stream. There is almost no signal in this place. We need to rely on this to search slowly. Actually, if you want to find its nest, it's relatively easier. But if you want to find it wandering around and drill into this forest, it's very difficult. For example, I have found some clues about it now. But if I want to find it in such a big mountain, it's hard to imagine. But guys, outdoor is like this. We're looking for snakes. If you want to find a snake, it's not as easy as you think. Oh. Wow. In this mountain, after wandering around for so long, now I finally found its traces. I have now found the snake's path. It's a big one. We can see it very clearly. The snake's path is very obvious. Many people are curious about why I can find the snake's path. I have been dealing with snakes in the wild for over 20 years. Then, we need to know that snakes mainly rely on their bellies. The friction between the belly scales and the ground. So, in these positions, you can basically see it very clearly. This is its belly and the ground it crawls on. The traces left behind are very obvious. Plus, it's very humid here, and it's been raining these 2 days. So, if its belly has slipped through the wet soil, it's very smooth. What we can see is these four big guys. Maybe it's the male snake we're looking for. Its tongue path on the belly is at least 4 fingers wide. As wide as 4 fingers. This guy is that big. You know, actually this male snake, when I was looking for the female snake's nest, I found its figure. It shrank from the grass and passed this position. It was only about 500 or 600 meters away from its nest. The natural environment is especially suitable for king cobras to breed. Don't look at this small hole, which is connected to the underground karst cave. We will adjust according to the climate in each season and the temperature every day. We will go to some places to look for relics. For example, in this season, they won't bask in the sun like in spring and late autumn. Or before winter, they will bask in the sun. They are wandering. So snakes that move around are actually the hardest to find. We need to track them based on snake sloughs and their tracks to track them. Otherwise, even if you are on the mountain, walk around for a month, it's hard to find them unless you are very lucky. Since we have found clues, the probability of encountering them frequently will be higher. In this season, they usually appear in the afternoon, in the evening, or at night. Of course, some people also take a lucky we are and see if we can find it. Let's go and continue our search. We have searched a large area of this mountain, and even some areas. I think it's very promising. I looked for it when I came here and just checked again. You can understand that we have been searching since 9 o'clock. We are now about where we found the female
From the
snake
previous
location,
location.
about 600 or 700 meters
We are
away.
searching
around the area where the female
We will
snake.
look
for it again. Let's see if we can find the trace of the male snake. Let's go, guys. Let's continue our search. Yes. We have been searching on this mountain for a long. It's almost dark soon. We're going to check on the female guarding the nest. Guess snake has gone. Is it sleeping or out foraging or else? Actually, according to my understanding, this snake is probably swimming in the river. Swimming in the river. Of course, it's also possible that swimming and go to other places to forage, including they are hiding somewhere to cool off and wait until it gets dark. They will come out to forage. But it doesn't matter. We can go and see the mother snake protecting her nest. I haven't seen it for quite a while. At least 20 days. Let's see what happened in between. Right? Let's go. Let's go and see the female snake, guys. Let's see if the female snake is still here. What's the situation? She saw me. It was just lowering its head there. Hey, its head moved. Let's slowly approach it now. Slowly, although I have gained its trust. Beautiful, beautiful. This is the maternal display of the... Wow. In this case, we can't see its eggs. So I have to find a way to control it to come down. Then today I will show you the eggs of the king cobra and the structure of its nest. I must first interact with the king cobra and then drive it away. Then we can see the structure inside. How many eggs it has. Let's study. For a female king cobra this big, how many eggs it can lay at once. Come on, next. I have to approach it slowly. It's easy for it to rush over and aim at me. It's chasing me. Wow. Wow, it stands so high and opened its mouth. Makes me feel, yes. Okay. Yes, yes. I have to try my best to pull its tail first. Hey! 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 I can't pull its tail. This is a troublesome thing. I have to think of a way first. Wow! It's not flat enough here to interact with it. It's still guarding its nest. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Relax. Yes. 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 I can't hold its tail. Hey, hey. Ah. Let me calm down first. I need to think of a strategy. After all, it's the king of snakes. The king of snakes. If I'm not careful, getting bitten by it is no joke. I must move to a relatively, which is beneficial to me. This position is too dangerous. And this guy is very tough. You know, it's very tough. Hey, hey, hey. Hey. Let me see if I can control its tail. He, this guy. This space really can't be used. I wanted to interact with it. But in this space, I really can't do it. Brothers, it's very tough. This is the toughest female snake I've ever seen. Many people who keep female snakes, or it will run away when people approach it. Or stand up to show off. After showing off, it will run away again, or chase after you, and run away after chasing for a while. But this one has been fighting hard. It's guarding its territory. Wow, it's so tough, but in such a space, I can't use it. I originally wanted to interact with it. It's a pity. Guys, I don't know if you noticed that. This king cobra has been with me for over 20 days. There is a big difference during the filming. The snake skin on its body has become old. Yes, what I'm going to talk about next is the king cobra's nest protection and the little known facts about its reproduction. It's about to shed its skin. It will shed its skin in about a week. So it means that the snake will hatch in 20 days, or at most a month, it will hatch. That means it will shed its skin in a week. Do you know why it sheds its skin? In fact, the intelligence of the king cobra is very, very smart. As I said before, it will shed its skin in up to 7 days. Even it's slightly blindfolded, and after it is too high. They leave the snake skin before leaving, to leave the smell on their bodies, to prevent other predators, and prevent other predators. You know, this guy is very smart, and she is strong for her babies. This is also the reason why the king cobra is more intelligent and more powerful. Many people will when say, the baby snake is about to hatch, leave. It's actually very simple, because they have not eaten for about 2 months. Their hunger is already very, very strong. They are afraid that when the baby snake is born, can't resist the hunger and eat the snake. So when it senses that the snake is about to be born, it will leave. But before he leaves, he must do a very meaningful thing. It will leave a snake skin, including its smell, to prevent predators from stealing or destroying its eggs. This is the strong side of motherhood, or the more powerful side, or as the largest and longest venomous snake in the world. The longest venomous snake. It's really awesome. Let's test it. King Snake in the face of. If someone like me has met him many times, and has gained his trust before, if I touch his grass, what kind of reaction he will have? Wow! Did you see that? Guys, did you see that? That guy is still very aggressive. If you dare to touch his grass or touch his eggs, he will fight you to the end. That guy is really fierce. But there's no way. We must drive it away. Then we can see its eggs. Our purpose is to study how many eggs a large female king cobra, how many eggs it can lay before it leaves. Let's first give him a popular science. Let me tell you some interesting facts about king cobras. Okay, I'll slowly approach behind it. I can't make a big movement. It will rush towards me. I must reiterate that this is the toughest female cobra protecting its nest. Wow! Look, I'm so close to it. I even interacted with it just now. It didn't leave. Many people may not believe it when I say it. Many king snakes, when defending their nest, they either rush over or stand up to show off first. If you get closer, it will rush when it rushes towards you to scare you away. Retreat, they will temporarily leave the nest. If some king snakes, if it has been scared by people and thrown stones before, you can't even get close. When you approach, it will shrink and run away. This one hasn't left the nest until now. Left the nest, and after I interacted with it just now, I was observing it. I stopped to rest. It went back to the nest. It's amazing. But in order to record and observe and understand the breeding of king cobras, we need to see how many eggs a female king cobra, how many eggs it can lay, how big are its eggs, which will help us observe and record later for scientific research and further understanding. But from this king cobra, I have learned a lot of professional knowledge. Snakes are really the same as humans. Some are timid. Some are very temperamental. But those who are angry will be cowardly. But this one is typical of not being afraid of death to the end. Wow, it's awesome. Wow, it's really awesome. We need to drive it away and drive it away. Let's take a look at its eggs. Its reaction. Wow, really? It's really tough. Wow. Baby, look at me. Look at me. Okay. Baby, can I touch you again? Okay, go ahead, baby. But look, it's still attacking me. This snake is really big. It's a very big female snake, but its stomach is empty. It has laid eggs. You can really pat this female snake's belly. Its belly is particularly empty. Thin. It's too thin. Look, pat its tail. Tail. The position of its belly. Look how skinny this guy is. Wow. It's too thin. She hasn't eaten for 2 months after laying eggs. Now I'm going to let it follow the camera. Baby, go back. Bye-bye. It will come back later. Look at this fierce female snake. I need to drive it away artificially before it will run away. To be honest, I'm quite worried about this guy. And suddenly rushes over. If it suddenly rushes over, it will be very dangerous. But don't worry, I know king snakes quite well. Since it has run away, it will find some holes or a place with lush vegetation to hide. Then it will observe around. After we run away, it will return to this grass. Let's take a look at its eggs now. This is which is helpful for scientific research and popularization. Documentary. Let's find its eggs now. Slowly peel it open. Wow. Look at the humidity. The humidity in the grass is very good. Plus the current temperature. With humidity and temperature, actually very helpful for this breeding. Wow, I found the eggs. I found eggs. Look, come on. I slowly peel it open. Wow. Wow. Let's slowly push the camera closer. What we can see is, if this female snake was coiled up to lay eggs, there is a shape inside. Let's take a look. How big is it? Wow. We can see that the eggs of the king cobra are relatively long. It's relatively long, and its shell is relatively soft. It's a bit messy, so handle them with care. Otherwise, if you touch lightly, it will break. It will break if you touch it slightly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 eggs. Let's take a close-up. I spent a long time studying the king cobra. You know, why is the king cobra the only snake that can build a nest? Snakes that protect eggs? Of course, I emphasize nesting, words. The only one that can build nests. It has little to do with protecting eggs. Or the content we are going to popularize next is it's not that the king cobra is the only one that protects eggs. The king cobra is the only one that builds nests. In fact, many other snakes also protect their eggs. You include cobras, black-browed snake, king snake, and so on. About 70% of them, or even without after tails, laying eggs in the hole. And then their bodies will circle around and circle the eggs in the middle of their bodies. Snake keepers will know. If you keep snakes, you will find that whether it's swimming or complete black-browed or snake without after tails, laying eggs, generally speaking, the female snake will use their bodies, will wrap the eggs with their bodies to protect them. It's not that only king cobras will protect eggs. It's the only one that shows 2 words. Is called nest building. Right? Of course, there are also the only manifestation of their maternal is to lay love. Eggs in a safe place and leave. But generally, about 70% of snakes will nest. What we need to know next, a professional knowledge. Yes. Why the king cobra builds a nest to protect its eggs. Let's first take a look at its eggs. Its eggshell is very, very soft. If a branch scratches it slightly, it can scratch the egg. Very fragile egg. You know, it's very fragile. And it can't be exposed to the sun. If this egg exposed to the sun like this, the egg will easily be broken. In addition, its shell is really thin, including the conditions required for king cobra hatching. Temperature, humidity, and the care of the females better hatch. Actually, I can with the hatching rate of the eggs is very high. For example, these 24 eggs, basically all 24 can hatch. First of all, after the female snake builds the nest to keep the humidity at the same time, on the premise of humidity, there will be a little bit of sunlight. The sunlight will shine down. The temperature penetrates into the eggs through the leaves. The temperature will rise, so the hatching rate of them is very high. The breeding rate of king cobra is 24 eggs are not many. The reproductive rate of the king cobra among snakes is definitely quite good. But why is the number of them so few? Actually, we need to trace back to a problem. Its habits. King cobra is naturally combative. They will fight each other from the moment they hatch. Moreover, when they face other natural enemies and snakes that eat snakes, their tough personality, they are easily eaten by other snakes with a snake-eating nature. If you say its survival rate is not high, you can understand. Here are 24 eggs. Maybe only 1 or 2 can survive to first mating, reproduce, and lay eggs. Among the 24 eggs, on average, maybe only 1 male and female snake. If only 1 can survive to lay eggs. So among the 24, there may only be 1 can live to the absolute end or die of old age. Their survival rate is not high. The reproductive rate is indeed okay. But their aggressive nature, their numbers will not be very, very large. Of course, if there are some areas, the environment is relatively good. If their survival rate is high, then the number of them will be relatively large. You know, like cliffs and steep mountains, reservoirs and rivers, primitive forests, and untouched places, their probability of being hunted is relatively low. In this case, its population can be guaranteed. You know, many people are wondering how its nest is formed. In fact, at the beginning, it only used its tail and body to roll the surrounding leaves, and then rolled the leaves into a ball. It would get into would drill inside, and then lay eggs inside. So, brothers, we can see that when this king snake was laying eggs, it laid eggs here. You know, it laid eggs by rolling. Although after the show, before they leave their nest, their mother will leave early. That is to say, at the moment they were born, they will never see their mother or his father. That is to say, even if he grows up, he might eat his mother and father. It's normal because he doesn't know. He doesn't know what his mother and father look like. Right? And then, for snakes like me, is like this. When they just hatch, they won't leave the nest immediately. Of course, some will. Generally it will take a week or half a month later before they leave the nest completely. When they just hatch, about 40 or 40 centimeters. 40 or 50 centimeters. When they are born, it's about the size of a pinky finger, and then so long. This is the largest and longest venomous snake in the world. After hatching, they will rest in the grass. Resting inside, absorb the yolk sac given by the female snake and yolk sac, and then, about 2 weeks or 20 days, about half a month or 20 days, of course, at this time, their bodies have become longer and larger. Then they will find that their snake legs no longer fit. Just like children, the cuffs start to come higher, right? The trouser legs they need to change into new clothes before they change clothes. When shedding their skin, it needs to consume its own functions to produce a lubricating fluid, which helps them shed their skin. At this time, consuming it will undoubtedly keep him hungry. When his hunger comes up, he will leave the nest and start hunting. He is a natural hunter. He will search everywhere searching for other young snakes that hatched at the same time, including some small snakes, including some Chinese skinks, and start hunting these. So it's very interesting. This species is a natural hunter, stands up from the moment of birth, and maintain this innate wildness. And it will still attack back, chasing after you and swooping down to attack. I don't know if they are fierce, whether we can take pictures of its larvae later. Of course, I think if we come a little earlier, if we can take pictures I'll show you his. It has a natural wildness. It's the same when they're young. It's very, and then when attacking or backhanded attack, you know, it's too fast. Be careful. Okay guys, let's put the eggs back now and arrange them neatly one by one. It's done. Do you believe it? After this performance, he will observe our every move from a distance. Before, I told you a very interesting thing. I found a king snake's hole, and I observed it for a few days. Almost every day around 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon, or 6 or 7 o'clock. It would return to its nest. Then one time I was waiting at that location. I heard the sound of bamboo leaves rustling. But when it was about to approach me, he suddenly turned around and ran away. It smelled my scent and, you know, it's very smart. After running away, he stood in a distance or a higher place and observed us. After we left, he went back into the cave. So this is a very, very smart species. Okay, let's cover it up. Or put the relatively wet layer. Put the leaves down to keep the humidity. Why do king cobras build nests? Build their nests relatively high or low. In fact, it is to maintain humidity. As we just saw, its snakeskin is very, very thin. Sometimes when it's exposed to the sun or to dry, the eggs cannot hatch, and they will be broken, even if you hit the female snake with a stick or throw stones at it. It's just that awesome. Even if you drive it away, or hit it and drive it away, and then it climbs up again shortly after you leave. It's really a very, very contradictory species. They kill each other. Just like this little snake. When it hatches, it has never seen its mother or father. When it grows up, he may eat his mother and father, and even his siblings. But when it comes to showing maternal love, they are so great. You can also understand any species that has survived to this era, especially the large and long king cobra. This highly venomous snake, in this era, distribution and population size are still relatively abundant in many areas. They still have many ways to reproduce or survive. The most awesome thing is the maternal body. It shows maternal instinct. Okay, brothers, we are also ready to leave. Let's take a look. You may not believe it, that the female snake will come back. Let's come back tomorrow to see if the female snake will lie here. Let's go. Let's leave. Let's say goodbye to it. Let's go. It's getting dark soon. Although we didn't meet the male snake, But let's take a look at this female snake and learn about the eye king of this individual. How many eggs it can reproduce. And some knowledge about eggs, and some knowledge from eggs to larvae. I think it's worth the trip. I think it's very meaningful. So I say this documentary is not just a simple popular science documentary. It also helps domestic research on the eye king, providing certain literature, including its breeding, and so on. For example, at this stage is about 5 catties, and it's a female. So, she laid 24 eggs. The breeding rate is not bad. Okay guys, let's stop here for this episode. Tomorrow I will take you to see whether the female king snake is still there. Because there must be many brothers who are curious. Will it come back? If it will come back, let's not talk about it. Let's practice it. Let's just show you on the spot, okay? Okay, bye. Okay guys, we're almost there. Guess if the female king snake is still there. Let's go. You can also think about it carefully. Guess. It's still there. It's still there, guys. I said that the king snake protects its nest like this. Queen, even if it is sometimes hit with a stick or thrown stones. If it observes that there is no danger around, he will return to the nest and lie down. We can probably observe it for a while. After molting, it will leave the nest in about 10 days. It will leave the nest. Today, we won't disturb it. Let it take care of the eggs. Let's go, guys. It's shed.